Ancient Egypt, a civilization known for its towering pyramids, enigmatic hieroglyphs, and the pursuit of order under the watchful eyes of the gods. But beneath its grandeur lay a strict legal system designed to maintain Ma'at, the balance of the universe. Justice in this society was swift and often severe, with punishments that were as bizarre as they were brutal. From crocodile pits to forced labor, join us as we unravel the chilling punishments of ancient Egypt. Part 1, Justice and Law in Ancient Egypt. In ancient Egypt, justice was rooted in the concept of Ma'at, the principle of truth, balance, and order. The pharaoh, seen as a divine representative, was the ultimate authority, with courts and officials ensuring that societal harmony was maintained. Punishments were not just about retribution, they were designed to protect the cosmic balance and deter others from breaking the law. Part 2, The Punishments. 1. Amputation and mutilation. For crimes such as theft or treason, amputation was a common punishment. Thieves often faced the loss of their hands as both a penalty and a mark of their crime. In extreme cases, offenders might lose their noses or ears, permanently branding them as criminals. 2. The Crocodile Pit. One of the most bizarre punishments involved feeding criminals to crocodiles. These sacred creatures were believed to be connected to the god Sobek, the deity of power and protection. Throwing offenders into crocodile pits was not just an execution but an offering to the gods. 3. Forced labor. Rather than execution, many criminals were sentenced to forced labor. They toiled in quarries, built monuments, or worked the fields. For some, this was a fate worse than death, endless days of back-breaking work under brutal conditions, with little chance of escape. 4. Exile and ostracism. Exile was another common punishment for crimes like blasphemy or rebellion. The condemned were banished to remote deserts or foreign lands, stripped of their identity and ties to society. Survival in the harsh Egyptian wilderness was nearly impossible, making exile a slow and painful death sentence. 5. Burning alive. Burning was reserved for the gravest offenses, such as sacrilege or the desecration of sacred temples. Fire, seen as a purifying force, was used to destroy not only the body but also the offender's chance of an afterlife, a fate feared above all in ancient Egypt. 6. Punishments for women. While women held a relatively high status in ancient Egypt, they were not immune to severe punishments. Adulterous women might face public humiliation, mutilation, or even death, depending on the severity of their offense. In some cases, they were paraded through the streets as a warning to others. Part 3, Religious influence on punishments. Religion was central to Egyptian life, and this extended to its justice system. Punishments often carried spiritual consequences, such as being denied a proper burial or having one's name erased from history, a fate considered worse than death. The belief in the afterlife meant that justice extended beyond the mortal realm. Part 4, Punishments as public spectacle. Like many ancient civilizations, the Egyptians used public punishment to reinforce order. Executions and humiliations were spectacles, drawing large crowds and serving as grim reminders of the consequences of disobedience. Part 5, Legacy of Ancient Egyptian Justice. While the punishments of ancient Egypt may seem cruel by today's standards, they reflected the values and beliefs of their time. The emphasis on maintaining Ma'at shaped a society that valued order above all else. These practices remind us of the lengths civilizations will go to preserve their way of life. The justice of ancient Egypt was harsh, unforgiving, and deeply rooted in its culture. These bizarre punishments offer us a window into the minds of a civilization that balanced fear and faith to maintain harmony. And with call to action. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more fascinating historical insights.